This podcast was not at all created inside of a theater. It was simply created that way to emulate that feeling because my piece is about poetry and performance, and, well, you get the point. Thanks. For my podcast, I wanted to focus on poetry, my own interpretation of what poetry is, and more specifically, how I go about writing and why I write. So half of this podcast is going to be me dissecting my own lyrics and my own words and trying to figure out what state of mind I was in and kind of what was going on in that space, because I realized that oftentimes I go back and look at my different monologues and poems that I have created, and I seem to be a little bit confused about what the end goal was, or what would make me feel such a way or not make me feel such a way. I'm very curious to find out what happened if I just talk out loud into a mic and just play the poem afterward. Do a little performance, but also incorporate some of my music and kind of just put it in there and see what it sounds like and just incorporate them, go full circle, I guess. So there's 3 different things that I wanted to talk about my poem. The first is how I got the title, A Supernova in My Organs. This was the first line for the poem. I really just got it because I was trying to characterize what it felt to be in love and what it felt to finally find someone that you are very comfortable with and that you're happy to be with. And I thought of butterflies in your stomach, but I felt like that wasn't doing it justice. It was more than that. It was a supernova throughout my organs, not just my stomach. It was in my veins, it was in my brain, it was in my chest, it was in my lungs, it was in my heart, it was everywhere. I used the word blackness 3 times in my poem towards the middle because it was kind of like a shift. It goes from being, I'm thinking about love and I'm thinking about who I am, how did you get here? All that is just a blackness that you just don't want to encounter. And, the point of me putting that 3 times in there is just to remind myself and kind of just take a step back and to kind of think about why and what blackness means and what that moment meant for me. My ending, I end with a quote that says, "Please don't leave me." Actually, the full line is screaming, "Please don't leave me." I don't know. I guess it just goes back to that shift in tone that goes on through the middle where I start to think about things, and then ultimately, instead of screaming out something, romantic and cute like "I love you," it was more of "Please don't leave me," and that's what it is. It's not wanting to be alone. Supernova in My Organs, a poem written and read by Roma. Interstellar thoughts, a supernova in my organs. White light, my eyesight was frozen. Blackness engulfed, blackness embraced, blackness defined into a peaceful escape. Thoughts developed into purple electricity, struck through my nerves, screaming, "Please, don't leave me."